Hello YouTube, my name is Tyler and this is the last week of July and this is a reading vlog. This girl is just like wild. This week should be interesting. I'm not sure if this is going to be a long vlog or not. However, my birthday is on Wednesday and then I am going to a concert on Friday and I'm going to be out of town for a little bit. So, I'm unsure of what that means for this vlog, but I did finish a book. So it is July 22nd and I have finished listening to The Cruelty is the Point. Yep, exactly, Tiger Cat. I finished listening to The Cruelty is the Point by Adam Serwer. It is narrated by Adam Serwer. It's not bad, but it's clear like he is not a audiobook narrator. So like, I mean, it's not bad by any means, but it's just clear that that is not his day job. Overall, I like this. I wasn't sure what I was going to think about it. I thought maybe it was going to be a 3-star listen. I think I'm going to give it, I think it's maybe like, maybe a 4, maybe like a 3.5, 3.5, 3/4. I don't know. I'm going to give it a 4 because there were 2 essays in here that I really did like. Let's see if I can get it to come up. Okay, so part 7, The Cruelty of Stephen Miller's. This one talked about like eugenics and stuff, which I thought was a really interesting and good listen. Diving into the history of eugenics in America and how it ties into the policies of the Trump administration with regards to immigration. And then, where was the other one? Okay, and then The Cruelty of Philo-Semitism and the Jewish divide. This one was really interesting. Look at the differences between like Israeli Jews and American diaspora Jews. It just was a really interesting look at how American Jews, I'm sorry, this cat is distracting me, but also I'm like struggling to do my words. Hello, this is future Tyler. I'm in the middle of editing this video and I just realized that the section where I talked about this Adam Serwer essay was just such a jumbled mess of gibberish that I wanted to record something just to kind of clear up the gibberish. This essay really dives into the differences between Israeli Jews and American Jews and how American pluralism has kind of shaped the values of American Jews rather than like a dedication to a Jewish state, and how American pluralistic society had provided a safe space for diasporic Jews, that they have, they see a value in a pluralistic society versus an all Jewish state. Granted, it's been a little bit since I listened to the essay, so there was probably other concepts in there, and that's probably a little bit of an oversimplification of the essay, maybe a little bit of reductives. Nope, that's still wrong. I think you know what I'm trying to say though. But that is kind of what I was picking up from my gibberish, but it was just like so hard to follow, and that's just kind of my vague memory of the essay from a week later, I guess, probably. Anyways, I just wanted to clear that up. It was just a really, really interesting listen. So I really enjoyed those 2 quite a bit. So I guess I should have said at the beginning, this is like a collection of essays that I believe have all been published, but maybe there was some written specifically for this book. The like intros to each essay were like written for the book clearly, but like the bulk of it is essays that Adam Serwer wrote during the Trump administration. And so it does feel like maybe just like a hair dated. It came out a year ago, and it does feel just like a smidge like out of date, just because the essays are so topical on specific things that were happening through Trump's administration. But that doesn't make it bad. It's just a thing to keep in mind if you choose to listen or read, because these are like opinion essays that he wrote for, I think he writes for The Atlantic, maybe. I don't know. So there's that. Like I had read, there's an essay in there about like the myth of Robert E. Lee, and I had read that before. So there's like a lot of interesting things he dives into in here. Just kind of how some of the more terrible aspects of American history, how they tie into the Trump administration, and then looking at how things have been obscured in the past, or how we like put blinders onto things. It definitely talks about Black Lives Matter near the end. I don't know, there's a lot of interesting things in here that get talked about. So I like it. I think I'll give it 4 stars. I think I was expecting just like a little bit more of like a coherent narrative almost. I didn't realize it was going to be like an essay collection. But again, that's my fault. I don't read book descriptions, so I always do this. Honestly, I think that's going to be my last audiobook for the time, like for this month, unless something checks out to me, because I have like 3 audiobooks on hold. So I don't want to like start listening to anything else. And my YouTube Watch Later playlist has gotten crazy out of control, because I've also had like a ton of podcasts to listen to this week. So I need to catch up on YouTube videos. So I'm going to take a break from audiobooks this week, as a little birthday treat to myself, because if my Watch Later playlist gets any longer, I'm going to lose it. So I got videos to catch up on, and I can turn my brain off for a little bit. I'm currently not actually reading a single thing, but I do plan on starting The Devil of Nanking tonight, probably, because I would like to finish that this week, if possible. So that's the game plan for this week. Hopefully I'll see you soon. Bye. Howdy, it is July 23rd, and I just have a really quick clip for you. I am DNFing The Devil of Nanking. I started it today. I read about 35 pages, I think, somewhere around there. And I am just like not vibing with the writing in particular. And when I started it, I read the description, which I hadn't read before. And there's like some gangster stuff that's going to go on in this. Like what does it say? When Gray accepts a job as a hostess in an upscale nightclub catering to Japanese businessmen and wealthy Yakuza, she meets a certain gangster who may be the key to her quest. And I don't know. Like, the groundwork was laid for this very early. Like in that 35 pages, it's very clear like she's about to go to this nightclub. And I don't know, something about it just like does not appeal to me, and already like kind of not just clicking with the writing style. I can just tell that it's going to be a fight to make myself read this, and I don't want to. Especially, it's a library book. I I'm not required to read anything I don't want to read, so I'm gonna DNF it. I am DNFing shit left, right, and center this month, and honestly, I'm living for it because I was editing vlogs today, and I have read so many good books this month. So I guess the key to reading good books is not forcing yourself to read bad books. So I'm gonna DNF that. I am gonna start The Last House on Needless Street tomorrow is my plan. I also started Unreasonable, which is nonfiction about policing and the Fourth Amendment. I just read the intro to that. I think it's gonna be a really good read. The intro was really good. So actually, I don't even think it was the intro. I think it was the prologue. So the intro to the intro. Anyways, that seemed promising. So, yeah, that's where my reading is at for the evening, for the day, for the moment. Yeah, I'll talk to you when I have other things to share. Bye. Good morning. It is July 26th. I'm just doing a quick little check-in, mostly because I'm not actually sure how much reading is going to get done this week. So I'll just do like a quick little update. I started Unreasonable by Devin Carbato. Really enjoying this. Quite good. It's pretty understandable for like a person who does not have a law degree. So I'm enjoying that. There's a lot of interesting things going into, I guess, the analysis. However, it's not something I want to sit and read and like devour. So I'm not sure if I'm gonna finish it this week or not. I'm reading like a chapter at a time, and there are 7 chapters, and I just finished chapter 1. So yeah, it seems unlikely that I'll finish it this week, but who knows. I should have brought it down. But I also started The Last House on Needless Street, and I'm not exactly loving this, which is disappointing. It is actually very similar to Sundial in the way that it is like set up. It's multi-POV, it's short little sections like within a POV. Like it's actually very similar in that way, like the formatting, I suppose. But I'm not loving any of the POVs currently. And the one I've spent the most time with at this moment, Ted, I actually find to be quite, not irritating, like I don't hate him, but like, I don't love being in his head. I don't like hearing a grown man call his parents mommy and daddy. Some of his language is just very childish in a way that like I'm just like not loving. So I don't know, I'm actually kind of thinking about maybe DNFing it. I'm like 35 pages in, so I'll probably give it a full 50, which I'll try and hit today, and determine if I want to keep reading it or not. It feels like there is a talking cat. Like I read the cat narrative at this point, but like kind of at this point it's just feeling like a run-of-the-mill thriller, I guess. Which I mean, I guess Sundial kind of felt that way too, where it was pretty normal until it wasn't, and it was kind of far into the book before you started getting some of the more I don't even know if I would call it supernatural, but some of the more weird elements. So maybe it's a little unfair to be like, this just feels like there's a missing girl and here's this weird man that everyone blamed for. And despite the cat narrative, it just like doesn't feel super engaging or like weird, spooky for me. So I don't know. I also started, I'm thinking of ending things. Also not loving that, but it's short and really easy to read, and I was just looking for an ebook to have on my phone. Here comes Tiger Cat. Yep, I started recording before you realized. Yep, in the morning. So, I started that. I'm like not loving it, but I'm not hating it either. And because it's so easy to read and it's also written in short little sections, so it's easy to kind of like stop and start as I'm like going about my day. I'll probably keep reading that because it's not like offensive. I'm like predicting 3 stars for it, to be quite honest. Yeah, so I'll probably start Lolita this week, to be quite honest. But that's kind of the reading update. I'm not in a slump because I am actually enjoying this, but I wish there was a fiction book that I could be devouring right now. But everything's just kind of slow going. Yeah, my birthday is tomorrow, so I am not expecting to actually do a whole lot of reading tomorrow because I plan on partying. Partying is a big word for what I mean. I plan on chilling tomorrow and not really doing a whole lot of anything. So I will talk to y'all later. Bye. Greetings. It's July 27th. It is my birthday. I just finished frosting my birthday cake. I made a carrot cake. It smelled so good. Anyways, while I was waiting for my husband to go get me a second can of frosting because I didn't have enough, I finished reading I'm Thinking of Ending Things. I needed an ebook to read in bed, and so I picked this up because it was pretty short. A friend of mine had just read it and she said it was like fine, and it was available. So I read that over the course of like a couple days and 2 stars. I think it was like mostly a 3-star reading experience for the most part. There was a part kind of like around the halfway point somewhere, either before or after, and I was like, ooh, something's getting kind of weird, like at the house with his parents. Stuff was getting kind of weird, and I was like, interesting. It had my spidey senses tingling. But once they got to the school, stuff that went on there, didn't like. I really did not like the reveal. The trope that was used, I did not like. I won't say what it is because it would like spoil the entire book, but I don't like that trope in general, and I didn't like it in this case. It just makes everything feel kind of like a waste to me personally. So that ended up knocking it a whole star. 2 stars because I just like, I don't like that trope. So there's that. I'll try and get a little clip of my birthday cake later today when we cut it. But otherwise that's it. I'm not sure if I'm gonna get anything else read this week, but we will see. I did buy an audiobook yesterday. What was the audiobook I bought yesterday? A Molecule Away from Madness, Tales of the Hijacked Brain. I can't remember, someone read this, I think I saw it on Goodreads, and I was like, oh, that sounds intriguing. But it might have been on Twitter. And it seemed like something I wanted to listen to in audiobook format. Of all my libraries, only one had it, and they only had a like e-copy of it, but not a audio copy of it, and that's really how I wanted to listen to it. And it ended up being an audiobook coupon on the Google Play Store, and I had some Google Bucks, so I bought that. And yeah, I'll probably maybe listen to that this week, but I'm not 100% sure on that. So that's my update today. I will talk to you later. Bye. Greetings. It's July 28th. I'm just doing a quick little check-in. The Luminous Dead I started last night. I only read 9 pages, which was like the first chapter. And I'm intrigued. It's spacey, but also I think it's spacey anyways. I think like she's on some different planet and she's like going into a cave. I'm not 100% sure. But like she has the main character. I don't know how to pronounce it. It's Gyre. I want to read it as gear, but I don't think that's right. But she had to like have like actual surgery to be put into this like suit, like a exoskeleton suit that she cannot take off while she is going into this cave. And there's like some lore to that, like people have been trying to go into this cave in the past and everyone was dying, and then they found out if one person goes alone in this suit they can survive. And like that's all the information I have, so I'm expecting we're gonna get some maybe interesting spooky something weird is living in the cave vibes, which I think I can get into. So I mean, I've only read 9 pages, so I don't have a whole lot to say, but I feel like it's promising. And I got this from Lauren over at Paperback Empire. I know she's the one who mentioned it, and I added it to my TBR because she liked it. So fingers crossed that I also like it. It's a little bit longer than I was hoping for. It's like 400 pages. But if it's good, who cares? So that's my reading update for the day. And yes, I'm wearing the same shirt I wore yesterday. I've been running around like a chicken with my head cut off today. I woke up late. I just like could not get my act together. So outfit recycling. Anyways, I'm sure you didn't care. I will talk to you, I don't know, when I talk to you. Hi, it is still the 28th and it is 9:11 p.m. and I have just sat down to edit a video because that was one of the things I was supposed to do today, and I just like never got around to it, and I realized it like right before 9 o'clock that I still have a video I need to edit before I go out of town tomorrow. And it's late and my brain is not functioning. It does not, I don't know what my deal was today. Like I just could not get my act together. I could not focus. I could not, like, I don't know. I would like remember I needed to do something and I would stand up and then I would just like wander the house completely forgetting what I needed to do. It has been like that all day. So I'm supposing I'm gonna stay up late tonight finishing editing this, because not only do I need to do like the last revision, like the last cuts, so I need to watch all 30 minutes of it, but I also need to export it, and I probably need to upload it today because I'm not expecting to have time to upload it tomorrow. That probably means I'm going to bed late tonight. I read a little bit more of The Luminous Dead. It's definitely like some sort of sci-fi something. Like they don't live on Earth, and there's like some sort of mining that's going on. So yeah, there's something weird going on, and I'm intrigued. But it is reading just like a hair slow, but that might also be just from me just not having like any attention span today. So yeah, I need to edit instead of talking to you because I'm putting it off. Anyways, I will talk to y'all later. Bye. Greetings, it is July 31st and it is the end of the vlog. I was out of town for 2 days. I went to a concert. I meant to bring the camera so I could record some and I forgot. Here comes Cat. I'm actually gonna kick him out. Sorry, bud. Usually I let him sit on my lap, but he's being quite the monster this morning, and so I just don't want to get into it with him. So anyways, I was out of town, and because I was out of town and it was my birthday week, I bought some books. So let's see the books I bought. about my year of rest and relaxation by Otessa Moshfegh. I've read this before. When I finished it, I didn't feel like I needed to run out and buy it. However, I feel like I think about it often. I talk about it, I like reference it and think about it pretty frequently. And so while I've never felt the need to reread it, it seems like it's possibly something I will want to reread at some point in the future. It's probably not going to be a book I like reread every year, like The Basic 8, I basically read every year. So I don't foresee it falling into that category, but I could see it being something I read, I don't know, like every couple years. So I went ahead and bought it because it was at a used bookstore, and yeah. Then I bought 2 books from a bookstore I hadn't been to before in Richmond called Small Friend, and absolutely, wow, loved the selection. They had a whole section called Horror, Gothic, Weird, which is very much my vibe. So that was very exciting. Anyways, I bought 2 books from there. I bought When the Reckoning Comes by Latanya McQueen. This has been on my TBR for a little bit, and I think I even have it tagged on Libby. I'll tag certain books on Libby that seem like maybe something when I'm just like looking, like I don't have anything in mind and I'm just like trying to find something quick on Libby. I have books that I can see if any of them are available. And this has been tagged for a while, but I've yet to check it out. And seeing how small it was, I decided to go ahead and grab it. This is kind of a horror set on a plantation, I think. More than a decade ago, Mira fled Kipson, her small segregated hometown in the South, to forget. With every mile she traveled, she distanced herself from her past, from her best friend Celine, mocked by their town as the only white girl with black friends, from her old neighborhood, from the eerie woodsman plantation, rumored to be haunted by the spirit of slaves, from the terrifying memory of a ghost she saw that terrible day when a dare gone wrong almost got Jesse, the boy she secretly loved, arrested for murder. Now Mira is back in Kipson to attend Celine's wedding at the plantation that has been transformed into a lush vacation resort. Mira hopes to reconnect with her friends, especially with Jess, so she can finally tell him the truth about her feelings and the events of that devastating long ago day. For all its fancy renovations, the Woodsman remains a monument to its oppressive racist history. The bar serves antebellum themed drinks, yikes. Entertainment includes horrifying reenactments, and the service staff is nearly all black. The darkest elements of the plantation's past, that slaves were tortured mercilessly have been carefully erased. As the weekend unfolds, Mira, Jesse, and Celine are forced to acknowledge their history together and to save themselves from what comes. So I figured a physical copy, I might be more likely to actually read this sooner rather than later. And then I picked up Other Terrors, an inclusive anthology, a horror anthology from lots of different cultures, genders, and things like that, I believe. I can't remember if Kayla read this or... No, she read Out There, which just checked out to me from the library. This, I think, was recommended to me through the Book Riot, like, horror list that they have, I think. I just loved the cover. And I picked that up specifically because at the end of August, we are going to a cabin, and an anthology seemed like maybe a good book to bring along, just, you know, a bunch of different stories. Nothing I have to get like super invested in necessarily. So those are the 3 books I picked up. I haven't finished any other books since I've seen you. I'm still working on The Luminous Dead, and I'm enjoying it still. For some reason, I'm just having a hard time like sitting down and reading it like more than 2 pages at a time. And it's not the writing, it's just like my attention was not there this week. But now that like all the birthday festivities have died down, I got a bunch read yesterday evening. So I'm expecting I'll finish that pretty early in the month of August. And I'm also still working on Unreasonable, which I expect I'll finish sometime in the next couple days. Anyways, so I finished 2 books this week, which were, what were the 2 books? The Adam Serwer book, The Cruelty is the Point, The Past, Present, and Future of Trump's America. I gave that 4 stars. And then I finished I'm Thinking of Ending Things by Ian Reid. So 2 books this week. That seems to be pretty average for where I sit on a weekly basis, about 2 books a week. So I will see y'all next week with some sort of video. All right, bye.